Good morning. It is Friday, the last Friday of February. It's the 26th. Again, this whole week, I know exactly what date it is. It is sunshiny here in central PA. Thank goodness. It's feeling like spring. I'm sure a lot of you felt that shift yesterday where it was like, ooh, or was it 2 days ago? What day is it now? Wednesday. It was Wednesday where that shift happened and it was like, ooh, we can kind of feel that we've clicked into something else, right? So much welcomed since we started the week off with a snow squall over here. The weather's been pretty intense. We are also moving into and quite very much into the full moon in Virgo energy, which peaks tomorrow on Saturday. And it's a doozy. And I just want to say that I'm very tired. So I'm not even going to pretend I'm not that I ever would, but I'm exhausted. Like I'm sleeping. It's not like I'm waking up a bunch of times, but I'm so busy in my dreams. And I think, between that and the upgrades and the channeling and all this stuff, like sometimes like my body's just like, whoa. And today I'm feeling lots of vibrations in different parts of my body. And I don't know if you guys are feeling that as well, but it definitely feels like there's some changes happening. So always a good time around here, right? So, let's tap in. What do we need to know about this weekend? What do we need to know about February? Because we're almost done with it and it was quite a month, right? When you kind of pull out at the end of a month and observe the energy of what that month was like, how does that feel for you? If you've ever done that. I like to do that at the end of the month, just to take a minute and just, imagine that month just like kind of sitting there and I can kind of see the landscape of what it was like. And when I look at it for me, like personally and then collectively, but personally first, obviously, there were so many peaks and valleys in February, so many ups and downs emotionally and physically. But at the same time, for me, February came with a new sensation, which was that I have been able to, for the first time in my life, to not necessarily be without drama or, things happening that are kind of upsetting, but my ability to observe these things without letting them just like rip through my body and my core. It has been quite an interesting experience. It's not that I'm not feeling, it's not that I'm not engaged, it's not that I don't care, but it's like I have this bit of removal now where I can observe the things that are happening, and it allows me to not react out of my knee-jerk emotions. So when something makes me angry or fearful, I can observe that now instead of reacting right away because I need to scratch that itch, Yeah, Stacey's like, how 5D of you. Yes, but yes. And you know what? I think it's really important that I tell you these things because you need to know that I am a person. And those of you who know me in person, like already know this. But you need to know that growth and your spiritual path and all of these learning, these tools and all that stuff, it never ends, right? And we're, maybe I'm at a place where I've been doing this for, however many years and I've reached this little milestone, maybe you reached it last week, maybe you'll reach it in a couple months, I don't know, but we all need to let each other know that like, hey, we're doing this too, right? And that growth is possible and reaching new ways of being is absolutely attainable and possible and allows you to interface in a much more meaningful and powerful way in your life. And it doesn't mean that all your problems go away. And that's kind of my point with this. It doesn't mean that all the problems go away. It doesn't mean that everybody suddenly stops being irritating or acting ridiculous. Like that's not actually what happens at all. What happens is you start to have the ability to observe rather than react to everything. And when you do that, the way you choose to react has a huge impact on those in your life. And they have no choice but to kind of adjust their energy to be in your world, or they kind of fall away. So it's super interesting. Just quick pause because I want to show Tiger Lily a close-up of the mermaid nails. I don't know if you can see Tiger Lily, but they are very sparkly, and thank you so much for noticing. I really love them too. So, you know, guys, the things that we're going through and that we have gone through this month have been setting the foundation for what we build upon it, right? We continue to build and build and build, and we continue to move from heart space, and that is all we need to do. And it's so easy to look at the biggest messes in the whole world and say, I need to fix that, and if I can't fix that, then I'm just gonna stay paralyzed. And we don't need to be that way anymore. That's a trick. That is an illusion. That's a way of making you feel completely powerless and making you do nothing with your energy, right? Except get angry. And we don't need to do that anymore either, right? So here we are in the present moment, allowing ourselves to have the full experience of whatever our life is bringing to us. And, you know, having that perspective where when something comes to us, we say, okay, what am I supposed to understand from this? Like, what am I learning? What am I gathering? How does it feel? What's the texture of it? What's the color of it? Asking the questions and allowing yourself to disengage from the reactivity that is so programmed into our culture, right? And understanding that doesn't make you cold, it doesn't make you distant, it doesn't make you disconnected. It makes you connected to your own self. And it makes you value your peace. It makes you value your intuition. And it means that you are not going to be rushed into anything by anybody else's anxiety, anger, dissonance within their own selves, or anything else. You are not swayed that way. And so as we move into this last weekend of February, as we move into this Virgo full moon, it is asking us to look at this, to look at how we not only receive energy, but how we organize it for ourselves, how we start to conceptualize the world around us in an upgraded way, how we start to move anything that's been rooted in toxicity and decide if we want to take it and replant it in some love, or if we need to release it and let it go. What do we need? What do you want? This full moon is a big one, and we have a big thing happening for those of you joining the call tomorrow, because already, and this is new as of this week, you guys, because whoa, what's happening? But we have big angelic helpers coming through on Saturday to assist us in cutting cords of stagnant timelines, to assist us in heart healing, and to assist us in being able to understand how powerful we are in creating new timelines and how to efficiently do that with the energy we currently have. So remembering that the energies all around us never leave. All the energy is here. You either are using it efficiently or you're not using it, but it's all here. So as soon as you start to recognize your place in that energetic scheme of things and how to start using that energy efficiently and consciously, it changes everything. And I can tell you right now, it's not like I'm a master at this or anything, but I have made these changes in my personal life. And I've been feeling lately like it's time for me to do like either a post or maybe a live video and just kind of tell you guys my story, because I know we have a lot of new people and not everybody knows me personally, but I do want to share that with you because it's a ridiculous, crazy ass story. And it happened in the span of like 2 or 3 years, and everything has changed. And I have learned how to use these tools to navigate crazy in my own life and turn it into something that's beautiful and something that I'm really proud of and something that I can wake up every day and say, like, I chose this. It didn't just happen to me. I'm not the victim of circumstance. I steered this ship with love, and now here is where I am. Is this my final destination? Am I now planted in one spot and nothing's ever going to happen to me? No, that I know for sure because I've met myself. But I do know that moving forward, every decision that I make is slower and it is rooted in my heart space because I'm not rushed to do anything anymore because I know that I'm supported, I'm held, I'm divinely led, as are we all. And once you truly understand that, you don't rush and you're good. And nobody can really tell you otherwise, you know? So it's a amazing opportunity that is here for us as we open up to these energies. So let's chat just a little bit about this Virgo full moon, because Virgo is very grounding energy and it is welcome right now. You know, I like to talk shit about basically all the astrological signs except my own, but Virgo is important because Virgo is like, let's take all of this wild energy, let's take everything that you've learned and let's distill it, right? Let's make it make some sense. Let's give you a new process. Because whether or not you're a person who loves organization and schedule or whatever, we all do need processes, and the process can just be a container within which you work, right? But new processes do need to come as we release old ones. And these processes are rooted in our heart space and they're rooted in what we have learned this month. So starting to allow this moon to start to restructure how you do life, how you receive. If you were with us last night, the Purple Crescent said a lot of things, but one of the things that really kind of stuck with me that I thought was really interesting was this idea of how you choose the meaning of your experiences. What meaning do you give the things that are happening with you in life? The things you do and the things that happen to you. What meaning are you giving them? And that's part of this reorganization that the Virgo full moon is giving us. And it's also an amazing opportunity, once again, following these lunar cycles, to release parts of your life that are draining energy in a non-productive way. You really do need all of your energy front and center for the things you want to use it for. So it's time to pull all of your energy in and make some decisions on, okay, I've been putting energy in this area, but nothing's happening here, but I'm pretty stubborn, so I just kind of want to keep putting energy there. Maybe don't anymore. And instead take that energy that you would have been putting there, put it over here where it feels easier. And easier means there's flow, right? Because you're not slamming up against a brick wall, which is also part of New Earth energy. When you feel that slamming up against a brick wall feeling, that's not your signal to push harder. That's your signal that there's a brick wall. So let's go find a door, right? You're not going to win an award for plowing your human body through the brick wall. We're going to watch that and be like, whoa, I can't believe that she got through that brick wall. That's really physically seemingly impossible. I can't believe that happened. But you're not going to really get anywhere. You'll be exhausted. So start to look at it that way. Shift your perspective. Harder doesn't mean better. You don't have to earn every single good thing that happens in your life by some horrible other thing that made you have pain and rough times. You just don't. That's an old paradigm. It's an old program. We need to stop judging each other on that. You know, we came here, we're all deserving of whatever we want. End of story. So that's the Virgo full moon coming through. And I just want to real quick, this is totally moving around, but birds, because one of you asked me this morning before my eyes were open, hello friend, about the birds. And I do want to say, yes, the birds are absolutely sending messages and working super, super, super hard, okay? And the birds are connected, very much so, to the angelic realm, all right? And the birds are sending you messages. That's why we're like, oh, let's look at the feathers. What does this bird mean? You know, we are really into that, right? And for good reason. Just like we said the other day, we have created systems where our other beings can communicate with us. And the angels really love communicating through birds. So if we've said, okay, this is what a red-tailed hawk means, and we all collectively agree, when your angel buddies want to send you a message that's specific, they can choose that red-tailed hawk, or they can choose a specific owl or a bluebird or whatever it is. They can use what we've created, the system we've created, to give us specific messages. So if you're seeing a certain bird, look up that bird. What does it mean? Go with the meaning that resonates most with you, and trust that's the message that's coming through. Okay? So absolutely that's happening, and it's amazing and it's beautiful. So with that said, our last thing of the day is, of course, a card pull from our friends, the Fairy Forest. And I'm excited to see what happens. This is for your weekend energy, all right? I'm like, what's it gonna be? It's always so funny. All right, it's that one right there. All right, so it's one we haven't seen before. It's Frigga. And I will post this in the Restoration Facebook group. She's number 12. It says readiness, bounty, and plenty. Let's see what we got here. All right. You are at a moment of great good fortune in this lifetime. You have created for yourself more than enough. And now the goodness that is flowing to you must be invested and used wisely. It is easy to squander youth or beauty or opportunity, as they seem such an eternal gift. But this card is here to share with you that it is time to ensure that this wonderful moment is worked with wisely. Invest in yourself and in your health. Create more wealth, learn and study, and also offer your support and investment to worthy others. Take care of yourself and truly make yourself into who and what you have always wanted to become. This time will come around again, but it will not last forever. And so Frigga wishes for you to consider the gifts you are being given, the bounty coming to you, and consider with great vision and earnestness what will provide for you and your loved ones in the years to come. Be ready to act. Your future can be created now, and the present can become so rich and enduring that nothing can shake your ability to continue prospering. Your skills, your home, your mind, your body, take care of yourself and watch the good fortune that flows from your wise investment for many years to come. Super Virgo, by the way. So I will post this in the Restoration Facebook group, and you can look at it and look at it and look at it and remind yourself that you are worth it. Remind yourself that this is important. Remind yourself that there is enough to go around. There's endless energy. Energy never goes, okay? So we're gonna reassess. We have a lot of magic to do tomorrow. If you wanna join us, you can join us for free. Use code ACTIVATE. We launch at 4 p.m. on Saturday. You do not have to be live, of course, but I love for as many people to be live as possible because I feed off of your energy, and it's very fun for me. So I'll see you then. I love you guys lots. Again, if you're interested in learning about the abundance activation, send me a message. I have 2 different payment plans. If it's calling to you and you feel like this is something you need, come talk to me. I love you guys. Have an amazing weekend and see some of you tomorrow. Mwah. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow.